Hi everyone, my name is Ahad. In this video, I will be showing you how to build an automation code for email extraction using Python. We will automatically find and collect email address from different kinds of text. It may be a notepad or email or different kinds of website text. We can use the Python script to find the emails and separate them in a new file. So first of all, let's try to understand the workflow of this Python email extraction automation. So we want to do the email extraction. So we have to write the script. In this, we have to follow these steps to get along and do this functionality. First of all, we have to use a library because we have to recognize the similar types of patterns that are included in Gmails or different kinds of mails so that we can extract the variables that are mails in a new files. So we will be using a library, and then we have to create a functional logic to recognize them, and the Regex pattern of the components of the emails and the execution section where we will be finally putting the text file and extracting the output emails. So in the library, we have to use the RE or the regular expression for the library section. And finally, in the logical section, it process in basic simple three terms like input handling and processing. And finally, output handling. In the input handling, we have the open input and the read content. So in the Python code, we will be training or giving the Python script and file which contains the emails along with other text. So the Python script should open the given file, and it should also be able to read the content for further analysis. The processing function include the regex pattern matching and finding all the matches of the emails and duplicating using the dictionary form is which we will be seeing later on the video. Finally, the output handling. The output handling consists of joining the mails in new line. We will be joining the recognized emails in new lines, writing the output and print a summary in the terminal that how many lines of emails we found or how many new email we found in the terminal. So in the regex pattern, the username should be the alphabetical or special character. We have to input the basic constructions of an email to able to train the data or to recognize the data. The symbol, which is included in all the mails, and the domain names of different kinds of organization and plus extension. These are the unique characteristic or structural formation of any kinds of email. Like any kinds of email has a username, any kinds of email have username prior to the sign. After that, we have the domain name along with dot and extension. So in the extension, we can see that it has 2 plus character because extension can be .com or .org or sometime it can consist of only two words like .bb, .uk, .io, etc. So this is the regex pattern. In the execution section, we will be seeing how to call the function, the source of the contact list. With that, we will be giving the Python code, and finally we will be creating a destination of email text to save the data. For further coding, we have to create a folder in the VS Code named automation and create a new file with the extension .py for the Python script, and we need to have an additional text file in this folder which can be a random text file. In this case, it's an email. This email text contains different kinds of Gmails, but we can see that here are some emails like this one. This is not actually an email. We have to open this text file which contains different kinds of emails, and read it, which contains different kinds of emails, and it should be able to read the text file for finding out the emails that are present in this text. So explaining the code, we have to import the RE library. We have to define a function because these functions will be able to open and save the data, extract the data. So now we have to define a function for opening the input file and extracting the new information in the output file. This is the name of this defined function. And here we are using input files and output files. And following that, use the with function to open the input file, which is named as f, the new variable declared as content, which will be able to read the contents and store them in the content variable. In this pattern variable, we can see that the structural pattern is declared here. This is the proper structure of an Gmail. Like any kinds of Gmail has an @ symbol, and we have to understand the prior segment of this email and the later segment of this email. So in the prior segment, any kinds of email can contain alphabetic A to Z letters, which can be in small character or it can be also in capital characters. It also can include 0 to 9 numbers with along these 4 signs. Any kinds of Gmail can have it. So in the later segment of this @ sign, we should have an domain section and dot section and another text for organizations. Like in the domain, it can be Gmails. If or in the domain section, it can contain the alphabets in small letter or capital letter, including 0 to 9 numbers, and it should include a dot like gmail.com, the dot in the Gmails. So in this segment, it should include the organization special characteristics. Like for countries, it can be like UK, US, or organizations like education, institute, etc. Minimum characteristics of this special character is 2 and it can be greater than 2. And now in the email variable, it is declared to be a list which will be containing different kinds of dictionaries. For a from case, only prints out the non-duplicated data. The duplication are then rejected and refined all, which finds all the pattern from the content of this code. And so in this segment, we opened the context file that we given the script, and it recognized all the patterns of the Gmails and stored them into the content variables. And now we have to open an output file where we should be able to save the new recognized email patterns or new emails. And similarly, opening the new output file, writing the functions, and also calling them as f for this defined function and writing them into a new line and joining all of the emails. So finally, we use the print function so that when we run this code in the terminal, we should be able to find how many email we found and print it. It will be showing in this terminal. This is the calling function where we called the contact list and emails. The contact list is the input function and the email text is the output function. So after running this, if we ever change the contact text values, the code will rewrite the email text. So after writing all this code, we should navigate to the terminal section and write Python code.py and hit enter to run this code. We can see that from the contact text segment, the script has found 6 emails which are saved in email text. Previously, extension file was not present here. After running this code, the Python script created this file which contained all the unique emails containing only the emails. So that's all. This is the code. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.